ప్రోగ్రామ్ స్టార్ట్ అయినప్పుడు నేను సెట్ చేస్తాను
అంటే ఇక స్టార్ట్ అయినట్టు.
అదే మీరు పిలవడం బ్యాస్ పిలవడం
ఇవన్నీ వాళ్ళకి లైవ్ ఉంటుంది, అంటే వేరే రూమ్లో కూడా కనెక్ట్ అయ్యింది.
ఓకే ఓకే నాకు ప్రోగ్రామ్ స్టార్ట్ అయినప్పుడు నేను లైన్లో ఉంటాను యాక్టివేట్.
We have made three groups. One group that also
많이 됐다. 이거 온가하나? 이거 온가하나?
Here's my life.
Vaagdevi College The main motive of this event is to bring agriculturists, industrialists, farmers, researchers and scientists of agricultural universities and engineering colleges on a single platform to discuss the problems of farming land. On On the same day, the farmers also have raised the event and they have expressed problems which they are facing in the farming land. For those problems, few engineers and at the same time, government agriculturists have expressed solutions for those particular problems. On the same day, Director of Food and Agri Research and Innovation Center of Hyderabad, R. Bhupesh Kumar Garu, has jotted down 39 problem statements which are potential problems which can be solved by the Incubation Center of Vaagdevi Colleges, Vaagdevi Incubation and Business Accelerator.
Nalmagam factory idhar yaar barabar 20 agar mein bade yaar బడిగా బడి తమ్ముడు ఎవరు నేను లేని ఇంటికాడ మరి నేను ప్రోగ్రామ్ నాకు వాగ్దేలా కొంచెం బిజీ ఉన్నాను వాళ్ళుగా వీలైతే ఎక్కడికి వస్తుంది ఉంటాయి కదా ముచ్చట వస్తే గోవా
అది ఫైల్స్ ప్రింట్ చేస్తుంది.
than 120 teams who had registered for this AGRI hackathon and more than 300 students. We are really delighted to see this amazing response. I wish all the startups and innovators a very best of luck, and I hope everyone else has an amazing time exploring these ideas in the hackathon. I would now like to invite our chief guest, Dr. Ramana Rao, Director NIT Warangal, onto the dais. Our colleague Sonali would be greeting the guest. I would now like to invite Dr. Prakash, Principal of Vaagdevi College of Engineering, onto the dais. Please greet them with a round of applause. I would now like to invite Dr. Prasad Rao, Principal of Vaagdevi Engineering College, onto the dais. I would now like to invite Ramakrishna Tas, Regional Manager Warangal, onto the dais. Mr. Tirupati Rao, Vice Principal of VCE, please greet the dais. I would now like to invite Dr. M. Sashidhar, Dean of Administration, Vaagdevi Colleges, onto the dais. I would now like to invite Mr. Veera Rao, sir, President of Guinea Mills Association, onto the dais. Our colleague Sonali will be greeting the President of Guinea Mills Association with a flag. I would now like to invite Mr. Bhupesh Kumar, Director of Food and Agriculture Research and Innovation Circle of Hyderabad, onto the dais. Following him, Dr. M.K. Kaushik, CEO, AIC CBIT. Please greet all of these dignitaries with a round of applause. Now, we will proceed to the gracious beginning of the event by the lighting of the lamps. I would like to invite Dr. Ramana now and all the other dignitaries on stage to proceed towards the lighting of the lamp. And I would like to invite Ms. Athira Nair, my colleague from Research and Innovation Circle of Hyderabad, to grace this event with her beautiful voice.
Parami
occasion, I would like to invite the principal of Vaagdevi College of Engineering, Dr. Prakash, to greet us with his opening remarks.
Respected today's chief guest, Professor N.V. Ramanathan sir, Director of NIT Varangal, and other chief guest, NIT Task, Bhupesh Kumar sir, Director of Research and Innovation Circle of Alkapa, and other my colleagues, students, participants, guests, a warm welcome you all for this particular AGRI HACKATHON. In fact, it is an extension of the previous event, AgriTech meeting with the farmers and agriculturists way back around in the month of March, around 6 months back. Now, it is the event where you can demonstrate whatever the products are designed for the applications which are really required for the agricultural cases. So I wish you cherish this wonderful hackathon, and I expect to gain the rich experience of this hackathon, and design thinking skills are also is a major part of the engineering students, where you need to get up something like whatever you study in your subjects, that has to be applicable towards the needs of the society. That is the motto behind of conducting this hackathon. Wish you all the best, and have a great 2 days participation. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Prakash, for your inspiring words. I would now invite Mr. Bhupesh Kumar, Director, Food and Agriculture, to greet the audience.
Thanks, Shivanji. Great personalities, mentors, my dear bright minds, always good to see you all in one big gathering to learn and also share our knowledge. So first of all, thanks to Vaagdevi institutions for really believing us and then giving us more and more opportunities to work with you all. Secondly, the other partners, the CBIT and also NIT Varangal, all of you, thank you very, very much for taking such an important problem statements in this particular area, that's in and around Varangal, and we look forward for many more innovations, and so that those problems and solutions can be scaled up. So that's where the main purpose of innovation lies. So students, I wish you all good luck. So we would love to hear and know more and more bright ideas from you all. Vaagdevi institutions and our partners and us, we are always there to mentor you also in this journey of innovations. As your principal said, all that you gain as knowledge has to translate into innovations, products and services which can impact at least few lives. We look at millions of lives to be benefited. So let's work with that idea. So no harm in doing mistakes, right? As students, we may end up in mistakes. Never worry about what mistakes you do or commit during this 2 days. If you are learning something, if you are taking some learning to your classrooms, we are happy, right? So wish you all good luck. We are here to help you learn and we also learn, right? So let's all have a wonderful learning sessions for the next 2 days. And moreover, all that I want to say is 3 magical words, always in innovation. The innovation should be unique. And the second one, let's all make an impactful solution. Right? It has to create an impact by giving a solution. So let's all try to do that and also enjoy these moments. And also as students, the last one is try to interact between yourselves. That's very important. And also mentors, networking and knowledge sharing is important. So let's all do that together and let's have a wonderful, maybe I say 2 days of innovation promotion. So good luck to everyone. Let's all have a happy learning experience for the next 2 days. Thank you so much. Once again, let's all give ourselves a big applause for being innovators. But being innovators needs certain guts. Anyone and everyone cannot. Because it's a good step you have taken. Let's all relish it. Right? Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhupesh sir, for that amazing and motivating words. I would now like to invite Mr. Veera Rao sir, President of Training Wheels Association, to greet the audience.
సభాధ్యక్షులు కళాశాల ప్రిన్సిపల్ ప్రకాష్ గారు, ఈనాటి సమావేశానికి ముఖ్య అతిథిగా వచ్చేసినటువంటి ప్రొఫెసర్ నీటి డైరెక్టర్ పెద్దలు రమణారావు గారు, అలాగే డాక్టర్ భూపేష్ కుమార్, అందరి ముఖ్యులందరికీ, విద్యార్థులకు, ప్రొఫెసర్స్కు స్వాగతం, సుస్వాగతం. గత 6 నెలల క్రితం సమావేశం ఏర్పాటు చేసుకొని మన ప్రయోగం ఎంతవరకు వచ్చింది, ఎట్లా సక్సెస్ఫుల్గా ముందుకు పోవాలని చెప్పి అగ్రి హ్యాకథాన్ కళాశాల వారు నిర్వహించినటువంటి ఎంతోమంది ప్రాస్పెక్ట్, దాదాపు 300 మంది విద్యార్థులు ఇందులో భాగస్వాములు అవుతున్న సంగతి మనందరికీ తెలిసిందే. మనము ఇదైతే ఈ రోజులలో ఉద్యోగమే ఇంపార్టెంట్ కాదు, ఒక ఇన్వెంటర్, ఒక స్టార్టప్గా మనం ఉద్యోగాల కల్పనకు ముందుకు రావాలనే ఒక తపన, అంటే మనకు ఎంతైతే శక్తిని ఇచ్చాడో ఆ శక్తిని ఎక్కడ తప్పులు జరుగుతున్నాయి, ఆ తప్పులు దొరలకుండా మనం ఎట్లా ముందుకు పోవాలా, ఆ తప్పును మళ్ళీ తప్పు కాకుండా ఏదైనా సాధ్యమే, అది మీ అందరికీ తెలుసు, మనందరికీ తెలుసు. ఆ సాధ్యమంలో కష్టం అనేది ఖచ్చితంగా వస్తూ ఉంటుంది, ఫెయిల్యూర్స్ వస్తాయి. ఫెయిల్యూర్ నుంచి మనం సక్సెస్ తీసుకోవాలి. ఫస్టే మనం సక్సెస్ అయిన తర్వాత మనలో కొంచెం గర్వం పెరుగుతుంది. సక్సెస్లో కూడా 100% సక్సెసా, 70% సక్సెసా, 50% సక్సెసా అనేది మీ అందరికీ తెలుసు. ప్లస్ మాలో కూడా తెలుసు. ఏంటంటే ఏదైనా ఒక ఇండస్ట్రీ స్థాపించినప్పుడు ఆ ఇండస్ట్రీలో కష్ట నష్టాలు తెలిసి కొద్ది ఒడిదొడుకులు వస్తేనే అది సక్సెస్ఫుల్గా సుదీర్ఘకాలము ఆ ఎంప్లాయర్ కానీ సక్సెస్ఫుల్గా ఉండగలుగుతారు. దానిలో ఉద్దేశంలో భాగంగా ఇప్పుడు మనం 6 నెలల కింద వచ్చినటువంటి సమస్యలు ఏమొచ్చినాయి, ఆ సమస్యలలో అవుట్కమ్ ఏమొచ్చింది, ఆ అవుట్కమ్ ఉన్నటువంటి ఏమన్నా లోటుపాట్లు ఉన్నాయనేది దాన్ని తీసుకోవడానికి కొరకు మళ్ళీ తిరిగి సమావేశం ఏర్పాటు చేసుకున్నాం. ఇంకా ముందు కూడా ప్రతి ఒక్క విద్యార్థికి ఉద్యోగ కల్పన ఇంపార్టెంట్, ఎంప్లాయీగా కాదు ఎంప్లాయర్గా ఉండాలనేది ఒక తప్పకుంటుంటే 300 మందిలో కనీసం ఒక 100 మంది అయినా కూడా చేస్తే మన దేశానికి, మన రాష్ట్రానికి ఎంతో ప్రాముఖ్యతగా ఇండస్ట్రీ స్థాపన అయ్యి ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్, నిరుద్యోగ సమస్య భారతదేశంలో పట్టి పీడిస్తుంది. దాన్ని మనము తప్పకుండా తీర్చే వాళ్ళం అవుతాము. అందుకొరకే కళాశాల యాజమాన్యానికి, కళాశాలకు, విద్యార్థులకు ప్రత్యేక కృతజ్ఞత తెలియజేస్తూ, అంటే VIBA ఈ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ అగ్రి హ్యాకథాన్ ఇది ఎంతో మన భారతదేశంలో మీ అందరికీ తెలుసు, వ్యవసాయ దేశం. 100కి 75 నుంచి 80% వ్యవసాయం మీద ఆధారపడతారు. వ్యవసాయమే నిత్యం జనము. వాస్తవం ఏంటంటే మనకు వ్యవసాయ వృత్తి విద్యా కళాశాలలు చాలా తక్కువ. కనీసం ఇంజనీరింగ్ కాలేజ్ నుంచి అయినా కూడా అంటే అగ్రి బిజినెస్ చాలా డెప్త్ బిజినెస్ ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ దానిలో ప్రధాన ప్రాముఖ్యత పోషిస్తుంది కాటన్ ఇండస్ట్రీ. అంటే ఇది గ్లోబ్ ఇండస్ట్రీ, వరల్డ్ వైడ్గా భారతదేశంలో కూడా లక్షలాది మందికి ఉద్యోగ కల్పన వచ్చినటువంటి ఒక టెక్స్టైల్ రంగం తప్ప అంటే ఇప్పటివరకు ప్రైవేట్ రంగంలో ఇంత పెద్ద రంగం అంటే ఏదైతే టెక్స్టైల్ ఉన్నటువంటి అంటే మార్పులు టెక్స్టైల్ నుంచి అందించడానికి ఎక్స్పోర్ట్లో కానీ చాలా పెద్ద అంటే లక్షలాది మందికి ఉద్యోగం కల్పించినటువంటి ఈ టెక్స్టైల్ రంగంలో అనేక ఉపాధి అవకాశాలు ఉన్నాయి. మనకు తెలుసు మన రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వము అతి త్వరలో దగ్గరలోనే టెక్స్టైల్ పార్క్ కాకతీయ మెగా టెక్స్టైల్ పార్క్ ఏర్పాటు చేసింది. దానిలో క్లైటెక్స్ అనేది ఒక కేరళ ఉంది, ప్లస్ వేరే ఇతర దేశాలు సౌత్ కొరియా కూడా అంటే త్వరలో లాంచ్ అవుతున్నాయి. అంటే గ్లోబ్ ఉన్నటువంటి భారతదేశంలో అత్యధిక ఉపాధి కల్పించినటువంటి రంగమే టెక్స్టైల్ రంగము. దీనిలో అనేక అంటే అగ్రిలో ఏంటంటే చాలా అంటే కొన్ని చూస్తే దుఃఖం వస్తుంది. ఏంటంటే టమాటా ఈ రోజు పోతే రూపాయి కిలో, ₹2 కిలో ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్ కాకపోతుంది. దానికి ఉన్నటువంటి బై ప్రొడక్ట్ ఇండస్ట్రీ అంటే ఏంటంటే అంటే వాల్యూ యాడెడ్ ఇండస్ట్రీ లేక అంటే ఆహార శుద్ధి కర్మాగారాలు లేక రైతు నిత్యం నష్టపోతుంది. అట్లా మనము లాభపడి రైతుకు లాభపడితే దేశానికి వెన్నుముకగా ఉంటుందనే ఉద్దేశంతో మీకు సలహాలు సూచనలు ఇచ్చేవాళ్ళు. అంటే విద్యార్థి ఉండి ఇవ్వాల్సి తప్పకుండా ఒక ఎంటర్‌ప్రెన్యూర్‌గా నేను ఇవ్వాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంది అనే భావించి కళాశాల యజమాన్యం పిలిస్తే తిరిగి మళ్ళీ రెండోసారి కూడా ఆహ్వానం మేరకు మీ దగ్గరికి వచ్చి పాల్పంచుకుంటున్నాం. దయచేసి విద్యార్థులు కూడా తప్పకుండా మనం చేసే సక్సెస్ ఫెయిల్యూర్ అయినా కూడా ఆ తపన ఉంటే తప్పకుండా సక్సెస్ అయ్యి ముందుకు పోతామని చెప్పి తెలియజేసుకుంటూ కూడా థ్యాంక్ యూ. జై తెలంగాణ.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words. I would now like to invite Dr. M.K. Kaushik, CEO, ACIC CBIT, to address the audience.
Respected Chief Guest, Professor Ramnarao garu, principals of both colleges, Vaagdevi College of Engineering, Vaagdevi Engineering College, Prasad sir and Prakash sir, deans, vice principal, and officials from Research and Innovation Center of Hyderabad, and then my dear students, innovators, and startups. I feel very happy. Why? Because though I represent ACIC CBIT, but I am ex-CEO of VIBA. So it is my responsibility to tell the story behind it. When Rich was helping us, Rich and Bhupesh sir was helping us in mentoring our startups. VIBA has 14 startups from our students. Those startups were mentored by Bhupesh sir and Rich. When we asked, sir, we want to do some innovation in agri. Why? Because we are all agrarian region. If you see Varangal, agrarian region. Then he came out this wonderful vision. I call it vision. Why? Because we discussed what we can do in this region. Em chesthe baguntundi sir manam ikkada ma daggara engineering college undi, students full enthusiastic. Why I tell students are enthusiastic? You can see sir, last time when we did agro industry research round table, there were many industry people. అన్ని రంగాలకు సంబంధించిన వాళ్ళు, చిల్లీ నుంచి కానీ, కాటన్ నుంచి కానీ, లేకపోతే రైస్ నుంచి కానీ, అట్ ద సేమ్ టైం మన పెస్టిసైడ్స్ ఆ సైడ్ నుంచి కూడా ఫార్మర్స్, ఆర్గానిక్ ఫార్మర్స్ని కూడా పిలిచి బాల వికాస వాళ్ళని పిలిచారు. వెన్ దే డిస్కస్డ్, సార్ మా దగ్గర ఫార్మర్స్ లేచి మాట్లాడారు, సార్ మా దగ్గర ఇటువంటి ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి, మీరు మీ స్టూడెంట్స్ ఏమైనా చేస్తే బాగుంటుంది అంటే, దెన్ వి నోటెడ్ డౌన్, ఒక్కొక్కరి ప్రాబ్లం నోట్ చేసుకున్నాం. నాట్ ఓన్లీ ఫ్రమ్ ఫార్మర్స్, ఫ్రమ్ ఇండస్ట్రీ సైడ్ ఆల్సో. ఇప్పుడే మన వీరారావు సార్ చెప్పారు, వాల్యూ అడిషన్ లేదు మన ఫార్మింగ్ అనేది. Sir, I think almost 10 teams are working on that problem statement. So all these problem statements మీరు చూస్తే 10 divisions చేసామా. మీరు Google form చూస్తే 10 divisions ఉన్నాయి. All these 10 divisions belong to these 39 problem statements given by the researchers. Even agri researchers have come. It's not only technology researchers, agri researchers also have come and they have given these problem statements. And then on those problem statements we are conducting this hackathon. Very happy to see 300 students have turned up. This is Vaagdevi. 300 students let's solve the problem of farmers. If we tell this is what, and I'll give you interesting statistics, out of which 80% are first year students. The purpose, when I said vision, this is the vision. If first year students, if we sow seed in first year, then we can see the fruit in third year or fourth year. So if you want to establish this ecosystem, innovation or entrepreneurship ecosystem from first year, if students are motivated to solve the real problems, then obviously we can see many startups coming from this region. So I am very happy. Thank you very much for coming up and trying to solve these problems. So as Bhuvesh sir mentioned, let's work for these 2 days and bring out some solutions which are really helpful. And for that, again, 2 incubation centers have come together, VIBA, Vaagdevi Incubation and Business Accelerator, as well as I represent Atal Community Innovation Center from Government of India. So we have come together, whoever are, at the same time, Rich is always there. So at the same time, what we are trying to do, top 5 or top 10, we pick and we take you for incubation. Okay? Incubation, we take you for incubation. We see that your product is market ready. You might develop lookalike products or some prototypes, but we will help you in building that as a product and go into the market. So even that support we are extending by collaborating all these collaborators and government agencies. This is very great opportunity for you people to work with different organizations, gain the mentorship and then solve the problem. So make use of this 2 days well, give your 100%, don't worry if you are not selected for the second round. We are always there to conduct many hackathons. Okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Kaushik. Those were some very inspiring words. Now we have our chief guest, Dr. Shrikant Sinha, CEO Task, joining us online. We will greet the audience online.
Hello sir, you can start.
Sorry for the delay, some technical difficulties.
Yeah, hi, good morning. This is Srikanth. It's indeed a pleasure and a privilege for me to be present amongst all of you here today. Though virtually, due to the pandemic, I'm not able to be there present physically amongst all of you. But it's indeed a pleasure for me to be, speaking to you today as we launch this AGRI Hackathon. I think when we talk about technology and we talk about how things are changing, technology plays a key part, and that's where institutions such as yours, Vaagdevi, kind of institutions are actually showing and leading the way. So, as I start, I would like to congratulate the principal, the faculty members, the entire community of Vaagdevi institutions, the students, etc., who are present over here today on this occasion. My greetings and my compliments for conducting this AGRI Hackathon today. When we talk about, and as our Honorable CM also keeps on saying every time, any technology that cannot be used for the good of the common people is not something which is a technology that should be pursued and taken further. I think today through this hackathon, we are not only showing that this technologies, whatever we are talking about, emerging technologies, etc., are only for the people who are educated or have got different kind of lifestyles, etc. But it can be used, and it can be used extremely effectively for people who are in the agricultural domain also. And in fact, I would take this opportunity to congratulate all the youth over here today, all the people, all the students, all the various innovators who are coming up, who have accepted these challenges and actually done it. I think if we look at the agricultural domain itself, there are so many things. One is when we talk about, the yield per hectare. When we talk about how, when people are different, eating habits are different, plants also would be different. So how do you ensure precision agriculture? How do you ensure using technologies such as drones, etc., to ensure that the right kind of, be it fertilizers, be it water, be it everything reaches the people, the plants, reaches the plants or the crops, etc. So there is a whole lot of things. If you look at blockchain and look at an allied field of agriculture, which is animal husbandry, etc., how do you ensure that using a blockchain you are able to take things forward? So there are so many use cases that we can talk about, and I'm sure a lot of such use cases and challenges have already been put in front of you. My humble summation to all of you is, please put yourself in the shoes of the farmer who is there, who is toiling away, putting his efforts, his sweat into everything else, and day by day the productivity is going down. How can you help him solve that problem? I think if one of you are able to come up with those kinds of solutions, I think India will be a complete different country altogether. Another thing is, once farmers produce their things, right, a lot of it, 85% of the farmers produce itself is not processed. In fact, fruits, etc., food, etc., 85% of it doesn't get processed, and that's where the challenge comes in. So how can you help? These people run FPOs, etc., have started, thankfully. How can you further accelerate the growth of these FPOs, etc.? I think that's another challenge which is there today facing our country and our state itself. Now that we have surplus water in the state, I think we need to look at other things also, and that's where probably my submission to all of you would be, use the technology so that you are able to increase the productivity of the farmers, you are able to increase the throughput, the effectiveness. In fact, my heroine today, if I tell you very frankly, is this young girl from Telangana. What she has done is something simply unique. She has tied 2 sticks on one side with a string and created a small wedge in between. She keeps it over a bucket which is slightly higher than the 2 utensils or 3 utensils she keeps, baganas that she keeps on the side of it. When her parents come back from the garden or the farm, all she does is she rolls down the lemons on that stick itself. So where the gap is smaller, the 2 rupees lemon drops in. Where the gap is slightly bigger, the 5 rupees lemon drops in. Where the gap is large enough, the 7 rupee lemons drops in. Just imagine, by such a simple, innovative thing, they have completely changed the whole thing of the value that they can get from from their produce itself. Earlier, everything used to be, for example, sold at 3 rupees or 4 rupees. Now they have the size-wise lemons which can be sold differently. And it was not even using technology. It was just simple application of whatever it was. Now, that's a thing. Of course, can this be converted into an enterprise? Can this be, taken to different places? No, it may not be possible, but it can be replicated. So create models which are frugal, affordable, and accessible. Frugal to create, affordable to for a farmer to adopt, and accessible for everyone across. Where it should not be that they need to come only to Hyderabad to get it. They should be available everywhere. It should be easily replicatable or scalable. On that note, I'm sorry, as I said, I'm not able to be with you today because I'm actually at the JNTU, and as some of you must be knowing that we are having the JNTU job fair tomorrow over here, tomorrow and day after. So I've just come to supervise the arrangements over here. We are expecting about 20,000 students, and 150 plus companies have already shown their interest, in more than 15,000 plus jobs are on offer. So I think for all the final year students and other students who would like to become part of this, please, if you have not enrolled, then please walk in over here tomorrow and become part of the thing. To all the innovators, once again, congratulations to all of you for thinking about India being an agricultural economy. It's important that we are able to support them. So thank you for looking into the problems of the farmers and the agricultural domain itself as such. Once again, I would like to congratulate Vaagdevi institutions for this, conducting this AGRI HACKATHON. All the very best to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Srikanthana, for taking the time and joining us online. I would now like to invite the best that we have saved for the last, our chief guest, Dr. Ramana Rao, Director, NIT Varangal, to please address the audience.
Principal of Vaagdevi College of Engineering, Dr. Prakash, Dr. Sadhana, Principal Vaagdevi Engineering College, Mr. Srikanth Sinha, CEO TASK, N.K. Kaushik, CEO ECIC CBIT, Mr. Bhupesh Kumar, Director of Food and Agriculture, other distinguished guests, and Mr. Veera Rao, President Gilding Mill Association, and my dear students who are participating in this AGRI HACKATHON being organized by RICH. In fact, it's a very good idea and a very good initiative by RICH and TASK to come up with this AGRI HACKATHON to solve a common problem of the farming community. In fact, you must be aware that there are many problems which can be solved very easily, as the CEO was telling. The simple solutions can give you long-term results, and that is what is now very important. And every student has a capability. Only thing what we are doing is the institutions should create ambience and opportunity to ignite their skills, to ignite their intelligence and come out with ideas. You must be aware that our Prime Minister, Honorable Narendra Modi is very passionate about innovation and incubation, and he started this hackathon from AICT, where the common problems of society are being solved by the student. That is something very unique, and he has a dream to see that the farmer's income is doubled. Yes, it is possible, only through innovation and incubation. In fact, you must be aware that a small country like Israel has done very much in agriculture technology. So it does not matter if we don't have the resources, it does not matter, all we need to do is come out with ideas, solve and resolve. So I would like to really congratulate both Rich and Paz for organizing this hackathon to get ideas, and I am very happy that a lot of exercise has gone into identifying the problems, identifying about 9 problems, and 300 students have actively come out. Now the need is to optimize the resources. Today drone technology is come. We have a center for drone excellence in United Kingdom, where we are looking at ideas. For spraying the fertilizer, you are using drone. So you are optimizing the resources. Similarly, by drip irrigation, you are optimizing the water usage. There are so many new ideas out there, which actually has come to go from lab to land. So that is what is required now, and that is where and I expect all of you to have a disciplined conduct and high regard for the institutions. And also, I believe strongly that every student has a potential, and every student has to fulfill their potential to achieve the best in them. There are many examples who can inspire us by their examples, in fact. So have a passion to do something new. So think out of the box solution, don't just think routine solution. You can make a difference to society. There are many examples. In fact, if you see, famous Dhirubhai Ambani, he says always think big, think fast, and think ahead. Ideas are no one's monopoly. So that is what is required, Everybody has an idea. You can have an idea, he can have an idea. But think big, That's how they came from very humble beginnings. Very humble beginnings, but they became industries. Then the world number 1 or number 2. Then believe in yourself and your values. Be disciplined, be contact. Don't get depressed when things go wrong. See, many times it is better to learn from the mistakes. Mr. Virala was telling, Munde Aksara successful test, you will not be successful. You should know the difficulties, then you will be sustaining the success for a very long time. So therefore, believe in yourself and your values. You should have a value system. Don't get depressed when things go wrong. Many times we also have gone up and down many times when we are here. So it's not that everybody say bumpy roller coaster ride. Life is a roller coaster ride. You will have ups and downs, but don't get depressed. You have to bounce back. always bounce back. Set goals for yourself, for your future. Have ambition, develop all that. Never settle for anything less. Okay? All of you are very capable. You are all having knowledge. You are all studying in a good institution with good atmosphere. The principal and the manager are giving you many opportunities. How many of these students will have opportunities to participate in hackathon? So that is all. So don't settle for anything less. Realize that there are others in the world who are less fortunate than you and they have bigger problems than you. So you should be able to take advantage of it. Appreciate the good things in your life. Appreciate the simple things in your life. The simple things are very, very important. Don't get carried away with material things. So many times, we are passionate about cars, this, that. I'll just share my little experience. In fact, I was the principal of JNT College in Hyderabad. Then, two students, one girl and one boy, parents came to me and saying that my son and daughter, they were actually getting very good marks in MSET, but when they joined the college, they are failing in most of the subjects. What is the problem? I was observing the students when the parents were speaking to me. So they were busy on their mobiles. And I told them, your son and your other parent's daughter have got this 3M problem. What is the 3M problem? Most of them, students, they are thinking about motorbikes, all that. That is the first step. Okay? Then they are busy on their mobiles, even the class, messaging. And the next thing is, they are discussing about movies. Class bachche see, movie chudam, RRR. This is the discussion they are having. They are not concentrating on the class, so they need to concentrate. Then he says, sir, my daughter, she is not interested in mobiles. I said, see, messaging and mobile is common. Movies are common for the daughters. Maybe not motorbike, but she spends most of the time in her makeup. So that is the third end. So then then the parents realized, yes, son. They took away the mobiles, then they started concentrating and then they started improving. So all of us have a lot of opportunity to improve. Please understand, there will be no retakes, no replay, no rewind in your real life. In movies it is possible, but not in real life. So you should bag every opportunity that you get. Enjoy your work, be happy, be passionate. I can tell you in the world, many examples. You might have heard of Bill Gates, the Microsoft CEO, and then Steve Jobs, Apple CEO. You see their life story, just go through their life. Very interestingly, Steve Jobs did not perform well in the college. He never went to college, in fact. He dropped out of the intermediate. He set up his company Apple. He was thrown out of the Apple company. Then he came back with new ideas, then he developed the company. So don't worry if you are losing. And even though he did not go to a college, he was called to deliver the convocation to Stanford University, world's top university. So that is because he had grit, he had determination. Similarly, the CEO of Microsoft, Bill Gates, he failed in many subjects, but he never gave up. He had the passion, he had the determination, he had the dedication, he had the devotion, and discipline, and then he succeeded. Today, Microsoft, how big. So don't worry, even if you fail many times. Even Benjamin Franklin also failed. Even Thomas Alva Edison failed. Before it is 1,000 times he failed. And 1,001 time it is so. Failure is a common thing. So, but trying is very important. Have passion, believe in yourself. So I would like to conclude my address just with 3 important statements. First, dare to dream. That's what Abdul Kalam says. You should dream big. Think big, think fast, dare to dream. Then have courage in yourself, believe in yourself, be courageous. Yes, I can do it. Many times, many of you may have very good ideas, but you are afraid to implement. But if you believe in yourself, you are courageous. So dare to ask questions. Be courageous, dare to ask questions. So that is my message. Believe in yourself, dare to ask questions, and dare to dream. With these few words, once again I thank Vaagdevi for inviting me to this hackathon, AGRI HACKATHON inauguration. I really congratulate the CEO of TASK as well as the Director of Food and Agriculture, Mr. Bhuvesh Kumar, for coming out and bringing so many students together for solving the problems of the society. So it's a great initiative, sir. I think it's a very well thing. I would very happy to be associated, and good luck to all of you. Please take care. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful and kind words. Now I would like to request Dr. Prakash, Principal of Vaagdevi College of Engineering, and Dr. Prasad Rao, Principal of Vaagdevi Engineering College, to felicitate our Chief Guest, Dr. Ramana Rao, with a token of thanks from Vaagdevi College. I request Dr. Prakash and Dr. Prasad Rao to be on the stage to felicitate Mr. Veera Rao, President of Guinea Mills Association. Let's have the applause going. Now we felicitate Mr. Ramakrishna, Task Regional Manager, Varangal. Please do the honors. And let's have the applause going, guys.
Mask.
Now I request all the guests on the stage to assemble for a group picture, and then we can end the inauguration session with that.
Bye. Group photo. Sir. Good. Bye. Illa. Let's see. Okay.
Thank you, all of you, for being a part of this wonderful inauguration.
సార్ ఒక బైక్ తీసుకోవాలి అక్కడ
బయట ఎక్కడ
ఇక్కడ నిద్దాం ఇంకా ఇక్కడ మాట్లాడు 2 minutes సార్ అది ఆఫ్
Ma'am, we are ready.
Hello, ma'am. You can start.
Hello, can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
The PowerPoint? Can you see
Yes.
the PowerPoint?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Okay. So good morning, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here today. Thank you for inviting me. And I'm going to share a few of my thoughts before you start hacking. All right. So let's straight away go. I know all of you must be very excited to start the hacking just now, but నేను చెప్పేది ఏమిటే ఒక్కసారి మీరు పాజ్ చేసి ఒక్కసారి నేను చెప్పిన మాట విని and then start your building process. Okay, just give me a few minutes and not only give me the time but reflect on what I'm going to talk. దాని గురించి మీరు ఆలోచించాలి before you even start building the product. Okay, so the first question I'm going to ask you is this: do you want to make the key and then search for the door, or do you want to identify the door and make a right key? చెప్పండి, మీరు కీ ఫస్ట్ చేయబోతున్నారా, కీ చేసేసి తర్వాత దానికి డోర్ చూడపోతారా, లేకపోతే are you going to look at the door, identify the door and then make the key? If you are a key maker, anybody? సో నాకు ఇది తెలుసు, నాకు కీ చేసేది టెక్నాలజీ నాకు బాగా వస్తుంది. ఐ నో హౌ టు మేక్ ఎ కీ. ఐఎమ్ అ గ్రేట్ పర్సన్ అండ్ ఐ హావ్ స్టడీడ్ అ లాట్ ఆన్ కీ మేకింగ్ అండ్ therefore I'm going to make the best key in the world. And you make the best key in the world and then you keep searching for the door to open, right? And you could be searching by luck, it may be the first door, but that's by sheer luck, right? It could be the 10th door, it could be the 12th door, right? By then, how many doors could have been opened by others? You never know. On the other hand, if you just have some patience, identify the door that you want to open, and using your knowledge, build the key to open that door, it would be so useful to everyone around. So, the story is the principle, the moral of the story that I'm telling is you keep your knowledge, use your knowledge where others need it, not use your knowledge to build what you know. ఇన్వేరియబుల్లీ నాకు బ్లాక్ చైన్ వస్తుంది, నాకు ఇది వస్తుంది, నేను బాగా పైథాన్ చేస్తాను, నేను ఇది చేస్తా అది చేస్తా. బట్ పాజ్, ఒక్కసారి పాజ్ చేసి కెన్ ఐ డూ అండ్ యూస్ మై నాలెడ్జ్ దట్ విల్ హెల్ప్ అదర్స్? అదర్ వాళ్ళది ప్రాబ్లం మనం సాల్వ్ చేయవచ్చా? ఇఫ్ ఐ కెన్ సాల్వ్ దట్ ప్రాబ్లం దెన్ ఐఎమ్ ఆన్ ద రైట్ ట్రాక్. That is something that you people have to keep in mind. Find the door, don't build a door. Build the key, don't find the key. So your key should be built for the right door which you have found. Now, how do you go about it? There is a particular methodology which is called design thinking, which has been proven to bring out innovative thinking. So there are 5 steps to this. The first step is empathize. The second step is define. Third step is ideate. Fourth step is prototyping. And fifth step is test. And this is a cycle. You need to keep repeating this till you arrive at the best solution. So let us look at these steps one by one. Now, when I break down this, there is a process of doing this. Now, the most important thing is identifying the problems within the broad area or the theme given. Now, the theme given to all of you is agriculture. Now, there are so many problems that are written in agriculture, right? So when we think agriculture, we only think of farms and fields, but agriculture comprises of so many things, right? It has sericulture, which has got cocoon making, mulberry tree things, making cocoons and worms, rearing worms and caterpillars. So many things are there. Then there is pisciculture, which is rearing of shrimp, fish, whatever, all those crabs and all that. Then you have beekeeping, which is another bigger way of thing, poultry. Then there is emu farms where you can rear emus, then goat farms, and camel farms. And today there are so many dairy farming that has come with so many things, right? And being vegan, there are a lot of other things that are come mimicking this. For example, millets, from which they're making artificial meat, right? So you could have a hamburger without a real ham, and you can make this entire non-veg meat with millets or soybean and so on and so forth. So today we are looking at a whole newer aspects of agriculture. And in agriculture itself, we are looking at so many areas. Food, value addition of food. There are machineries that go about doing a lot of agricultural work in harvesting, threshing, tilling, planting. So many machineries are required. So you need to identify an area in from the theme that has been given to you. Then from that, identify the problems and define the problem very well. And you need to do research on this problem. Is this a problem? You may think it's a problem, but is it a problem? That is what you need to do research. And since you're 3 to 4 of you in a team, my request is spend at least 5 minutes, each one of you talking to one person who has the problem. At least you'll get 3 views in a single day, and 5 minutes can be easily allotted to this. GOOTB means get out of the building, and if you cannot get out of the building, you today have your cell phone, please call them and talk to them. Another important thing you have to do is analyze the current solutions that are available. Currently, what are people doing for this problem? How good is it? Does it fill the gap, or is there some more gap? This learning will facilitate for you to add new features to your product. Ideate a lot of solutions and then come up with a solution. List what all you require in terms of technology, time, resources, etc. Build your prototype, and I'm going to go to each one of them individually. And after you build the prototype, again, it's more important for you now to get out of the building and talk to the potential problem facers and say, hey, I've got this type, I'm thinking of building this type of a solution to solve your problem. Do you think it will work? Now that is called a solution interview. So do not hack without talking to the problem facers. You need to do a problem interview, and after you build the prototype, you need to do a solution interview. These are very important things. I am very sure in your network, within your friends, relatives, your neighbors, your ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, ex-schoolmates, ex-neighbors, you have so many people in your network. Even if you ask them, do you know somebody who is a farmer, or do you know somebody who is running a poultry farm? So whatever is the area, make sure you network. So each one of you should talk to one problem phaser, and then present your solution to that same problem phaser and say, would you like the solution? So that is very important, that you do the problem interview and the solution interview before the hackathon ends, right? And if there is any changes, even if you don't have the time to do the changes, you can just say after you finish your presentation, the following things is what we are planning in our mind to make the changes based on our thing because of lack of time. But these are the learnings that we have. That will fetch you a lot of points. The fact that you have talked to the problem phaser and said in our prototype, they said that this is needed. But that learning will give you a lot of points. Okay, so that's very important. So identification of the problem. Let's start from step 1. The step one is empathizing, which means you need to study and put yourself in the shoes of the problem facer. As I already told you, you're building for others, not building what you know. So, therefore, you need to first understand the problem from the shoes of the problem facer. Only if you can, basically sympathy and empathy is different. Like sympathy ante మనము అయ్యో నీకు పటాస్ పగిలిందా చేయి పగిలిందా ఓకే అయ్యో చాలా నొప్పి ఉంటుంది కదా అయ్యో పాపమే నీకు బర్న్ ఆల్ వేనా అది సింపతి. కానీ అదే మనం అయ్యో మనకు కూడా ఒకసారి కారింది ఇట్లనే ఆ పెయిన్ మనకు యాద్ వస్తుంది. అరే యూ బర్న్ యువర్ హ్యాండ్ అంటే మనకు దిమాగ్లో అవర్ బర్న్ కమ్స్ ఇన్ టు అవర్ మైండ్. సో దాట్ ఈస్ empathy, where you put yourself in the shoes of the other person and feel the pain. Make sure you read a lot on this particular aspect. ఇప్పుడు మీరు ముగ్గురు ఉన్నారు, I'm very sure in 5 minutes each of you can read one article on the area that you are planning to work on. So reading, research, and understanding the learnings from the research, secondary research. And primary research వచ్చి మనమే వెళ్ళి ప్రాబ్లం దగ్గర మాట్లాడి వాళ్ళు చూసుకొని అబ్జర్వ్ చేసుకొని ఇదన్నీ మనం చేసేటప్పుడు వాట్ వీ గెట్ ఈస్ వాట్ వీ నో, దట్ ఈస్ ప్రైమరీ రిసర్చ్. సో ఈ రెండు రిసర్చ్ లేకుండా డోంట్ ఈవెన్ సిట్ ఆన్ ఎ కంప్యూటర్ టు హ్యాక్, రైట్? Now, if you look at agriculture, there's a huge broad area, as I already told you. Now, if you look at proper farming, land. So you can look at problems associated with land records, maintenance, etc. Then you can look at inputs to the land, soil nutrients unda. So ఇది soil testing ఎంతో ఉన్నాయి బోలెడి. So if your idea is anywhere in soil testing, be sure that you will not be qualified. There are 2-3 areas which are overdone in all agricultural hackathons. One is soil testing and the other is automated irrigation systems. If your idea is somewhere bordering in this, please understand that you're already very way behind, because there are too many ideas in this space and all are the same, right? So the soil nutrients, so there is one guy who says I identified 27 nutrients in the soil, it's a portable unit. I have seen all these. Why I am telling you so confidently is I am on the board of the Ministry of Agriculture panel, where we give out grants of 25 lakhs and 5 lakhs for innovative agricultural ideas, right? So I have seen a lot of, and I see every time we see a lot of innovative ideas. So you need to know that there is plethora of solutions available. And in fact, if you think of solution, assume there is already a competition for it, right? And then search, and then if you think yours is absolutely new, then go in for patenting and all that stuff. So there's a lot on water shortage, and today they're coming up with breeds, hybrid varieties where which will consume a lot of less of water and grow on drier soil. And of course you have the hydroponics, aquaponics, and lot of newer vertical farming. These are all newer areas that are coming. And in fertilizers also, today you have 2 varieties. One is the chemical fertilizers, where research has come up with more and more new chemicals. And you have organic fertilizers, where they're coming with a lot of nutraceuticals, which is nanotechnology, using nanotechnology. They extract enzymes and put it so that you have a totally organic fertilizers or pesticides, etc. Today you also have hybrid seeds. So when you're talking about input, seeds become very important, especially in the farming community. And not sowing, there are a lot of machines that are used for sowing, tilling, maintenance. Today you have a lot of these things which are robotically propelled, which move through drones, etc. Spraying of pesticides through drones. Today you have aerial things with drones. You have tilling, which is the first of its kind in 1978 was made, where it is attached to your motorbike, right? That's called Bullet Shanti. Now, Bullet Shanti became very famous because all the farmers, practically everyone had a two-wheeler, and this could be attached to the two-wheeler and be carried. Today, we have a special utility vehicle called EvoMo in Ahmedabad, which has been created specifically for agricultural and farming. So there are newer and newer ones. Maintenance of the farm, monitoring of the farm, harvesting, lot of harvesters, cleaning, sorting, grading. Today you have, there is an app in the phone which can scan watermelons and tell me what is the color of
the watermelon inside, So I think things that can be done on the phone. Today our ideas should be mostly begin on your phone, right? Because everybody's got a phone. How many of us actually hold a computer and use it unless it is for a class or something like that? Otherwise everything we browse and do everything on the phone. So, the guy has said, founder has said, if your business is not on phone, you're as good as dead. There are 4 technologies that are going to rule the world. That is the SMAC, that is social. You have to be on a social media, that is for your business. Obviously, you have to be in a social media. So all your LinkedIn, Facebook, Instas and all those things, Twitters and all. The second one he says is M, which is mobile. Your business has to be on the mobile. Somewhere you should be connected to mobile. And the third is analytic. The analytic technology, because there's so much of data, a sea of data, it's humanly impossible for all humans to actually sit and analyze them. So today we have the artificial intelligence and all these algorithms that scores through these tons and tons of data and actually come up with a pattern and then come up with a solution. So that is, analytics is in a very, very big technology that's going to come. And the fourth one is cloud. So cloud technology, because as you said, data is now huge and therefore storage becomes a problem. So you have the edge technologies, the cloud technologies where data storage is now a part of this problem. So today, we have everything actually coming and then coming via satellite and landing up on our phone. So you need to know and understand that you need to look at a whole lot of things. Then you could be on, this is on the farming side, you can help them with the marketing and extension services. And you could, help them and link them to the customers. Or you could, directly link them to retailers, etc. There's a lot of space in information, dissemination, or IT support. Now, these business in the farming, then you can go to pisciculture, floriculture, horticulture, making of vegetables and fruits growing as horticulture, floriculture where flowers are grown. All these, and veterinary is a huge market for all of you. Right? So please study the area in which the problem is going to occur. Now when you study the problem, you need to question the problem, you need to study the 360 degree of the environment, which means you need to see who are the people playing in this environment, what are they doing. You need to read, as I told you, each one of you should read at least one article on that area. Then you need to talk to people who are facing the problem and ask them, what is it that they find intolerant, right? Then you need to find the loopholes in existing solutions, which I already told you, and then try and build something which is cheaper, faster and better than the existing solutions. You need to therefore narrow down the problem and define it to a problem. Define the problem, which is the second step, right? So you need to find analogs and antilogs. So here's a small exercise which I want all of you to do in empathy. Now I want all of you guys to follow my instructions very, very carefully. This game will take 4 minutes, right? So step 1, close your eyes and place your cell phones in front of you. Okay, lock your cell phones and place it in front of you and close your eyes. Okay? Step 2. Pick up your phone. Don't open your eyes. At any point of time, do not open your eyes till I tell you. Okay? Unlock your phone. Open WhatsApp. Don't open your eyes. Open WhatsApp. Pick up your mom's name. Type hi. Send. Close WhatsApp. Lock your phone. Keep it back. over. This is step 3 is also over. Now open your eyes and check if you have done it correctly. If you have done it correctly, raise your hand, or just say yes, or type in yes. Quickly. Anybody? Arvind, anybody was successful?
Yes.
How many? How many were successful out of 50 or 60 there? Arvind? Okay. So basically, not many of you would have been successful. Only a few of you would have been successful. Now, why I am telling you this is, this was an assignment that was given to a group of designers to actually build something for the visually impaired, right? So for visually impaired people, if you want them to use WhatsApp, how do they do it, right? Now these were the days before the voicemail, where you could just say voicemail and you say, Siri, get me WhatsApp, and then Siri, open WhatsApp, and all that stuff. But in those days, not all, and remember, smartphone penetration in our country is only about 40%, guys. You can check it on the net. 40% of people, though we have more than 1 billion of phones, only 40% are smartphones. And you're building products, of course, America, 90% to 95%, everybody has smartphones, right? And in China, about 60%. But in our country, we are still at 40%. And maybe in 5 years from now, we would also reach a very higher stage. But right now, when you're building, you have to build for the future, okay? So now when you're looking at a smartphone, and not many have the smartphone, and if you're visually, impaired, then you need, and everybody has got a different phone. So they wanted to build something which everybody can use, all types of phones can use, and therefore they wanted to build a phone cover. So they came up with a phone cover which can be put, and it has got the grid in the middle, a small square grid, okay? So when they type WhatsApp or open, the phone will open, and then you say WhatsApp, then WhatsApp comes and stands in the grid. Then it says open mom, right? So you type MOM, then mom's account comes. Then you type message, hi, and send. Okay. Now once you do this, it's very easy because it comes and then it sends. So that is how they designed. By studying the problems of the visually impaired, how would you send a WhatsApp to somebody? So now look at the amount of work that is gone. Now if you were given this task, you would have blindly started writing and putting, but we need to study and understand how a person who's visually impaired would actually open up and ask for a WhatsApp. I hope this exercise has shown to you what is empathy. Now let's go to the second step, and that is how do you define the problem. Now for this, I want each of you, after I finish this session, to actually do a problem interview. Now to do a problem interview, you need to talk to 10 people. If you are 3 of you, at least talk to 2 people each on your phone. And that is one thing you really need to do in the problem area that you have identified. And each of you read one article and come up with a learning and put that across, so that you have 3 learnings. If you have 3 people in a team, you have 3 learnings and 6 interviews that you have taught. All you need to do when you're talking is, what is the problem? How are you facing the problem? When do you face the problem? Why is there a problem? What all do you do when you face the problem? These are the questions that you need to talk to them. Gather these inputs, and all of you put whatever knowledge you have, and just take 5 minutes, right, to 10 minutes. Basically 5 minutes to read and 5 minutes to talk. So 10 minutes or 15 minutes max. 10 minutes you do all this, and 5 minutes put all your inputs together and then come up with the problem statement. So for example, I've given you the fill in the blanks. Please take a photocopy, or just keep your phone on this slide and make sure you write the problem statement. For example, you could come up with a statement that says, the problem of low cash pricing, it means I get low price due to low or nil storage facilities bins in the village to store their produce by sugarcane farmers. Now, here what all I have done is I have narrowed down, right? Let's say I picked up the problem of storage and warehousing, and I'm planning to do sensor-based warehouses. Right. So then I would say, why is there a problem? There is a lack of storage problems, or there is a lot of things that go waste because of storage facilities and the market price is very low. So they need to store till the price is becoming higher, so they don't have space. So that is what you want to convey. So the main problem is the farmer gets a very low price. So the problem of low pricing due to lack of storage to store their products, and I am concentrating on sugarcane farmers because that is one thing, or floriculturists, or poultry farmers, whatever. Try to narrow it down. Just don't say farmers. Maybe you can extend it to other farmers, but prawn farmers and all that. But try and narrow it down to a singular place and start small, and then you can build it for others also. And let's go to the step 3. Now it is time for you to generate ideas which are very innovative. Here you can come up with a lot of ideas, and most of the time in the hackathons I've seen is all of you already have a preconceived idea that you have probably shown in other hackathons or other contests, and then you have a great presentation already ready and kept, right? And then throughout the hackathon, you basically just add or do those things. Please guys, please understand that the judges are aware of all what happens in a hackathon, and therefore it has to be very genuine. Genuinity and sincerity comes when we see that you have done a validation exercise. So in your hackathon, you will notice that the marks is not for a final product as much as it is for the thought that has gone to make the product. So the product that is there, the features that are there, if you can explain it, that itself will fetch you marks. You don't have, I can't build this feature in half a day. That's okay. But the very thought that this feature to be built has come in your mind, which you have communicated to them through your presentation. So clearly keep a slide, things that can be added based on validation, based on market research. And if you put this, and due to lack of time, we have not done this in the prototype, it's going to be 100% accepted. Believe me, the most important thing in hackathon is the new thought that has come into your mind. That carries weight. We are not looking at a beautiful finished product. So it's very important that you compare yourself to the current competition. It means the solutions that are being used for the problem now. At least compare yourself to top 5 features and check out for gaps, right? And you'll find that when you're ideating solutions, it could be on the product features, it could be the way the information about that product is said. For example, instead of giving a manual, maybe you're giving an augmented reality-based projection which comes on the machine and it tells you which switch to on. It could be on the buying process, where instead of going to the shop, everything is available on e-commerce. It could be on the delivery process, where you are going to deliver it at doorstep or deliver it in a nearby, or you're taking the delivery cost yourself. So newer and newer ways of delivery could be on the consumption process, the way people actually consume. So instead of giving them a huge bulk, you could give them like shampoos. No, they came up with sachets, which is great on consumptions, right? And so here are some examples of products which are absolutely new to the field, like iPod, iPad, etc. You could look at, startups that came in the information gathering, where they have, pricing comparisons, or, policy bazaar, which compares all policies, insurance policies, etc. So there are all, guys, there are already a lot for farmers, and prices of daily commodity bazaars are already there. You could go look at it, and see if there is anything else you can do on it. Then of course there is the buying process, the e-commerce process, delivery process, consumption process. Step number 4 is building the prototype. Prototype is nothing but an idea. Now it can be a drawing in a piece of paper which says these are the parts that we are thinking of making. That is prototype, right? Just drawing the wireframe in your computer and putting those things, or just telling that these are the things that will be there. Here is what this will come, here is what this will come. That itself is enough. Those are prototypes, right? You could create a model, or you could do a drawing. You can create a Lego model, you can just draw a wireframe, you can animate some drawings and say, when this comes, you can draw a flow chart and say this what happens, this will come after this will come after this. And you can show it as a flow chart also. So all these things are accepted as a prototype. So it's not, there's a difference between prototype and minimum viable product. A minimum viable product is one that I can give cash, buy and use. Means who am I? I'm a customer. So I can actually come and buy off from you and use it then and there because it's a usable one. So it is a working working model, is a minimum viable product. Whereas a prototype is an idea presented in a form that can be communicated to others. So it's very important that once you build a prototype, you get back to your customers, get down to the building once again and do your customer interview. So go back to them and say, hey, this is our idea, do you think this will work, what more you think you need? If you do this and come back and say to us that we did this and these are the feedback we got, so we need to do all these things